Hello everybody and welcome back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan. We're in May, it's just gone 9:15 and I'm over here at the cow pasture because we've got 42,000 litres of milk. Now I'm going to take this across to my little container which is housed by the BGAers because this little container will accept milk. Now we can do things with this. We can make some butter. We can also do some chocolate, but we need some sugar for chocolate. But also the thing this container does is sells raw milk. Now that's what we're going to do. We are purely just going to take this milk over and we're going to put it in a container and it's going to process and sell it as raw milk. Now the BGA at the minute is another money maker for us, but that stopped at the minute because the main ingredient for that is silage. Now we can put manure in there, we can put slurry in there, and we have got plenty of it. And also this container here, this big silo thing, is full of digestate. Now the problem is I'm lacking on some grass fields. I've had to wait for the grass fields to sort out. Now I have gone and bought another field and maybe a couple of other fields to try and see if we can sort out a bit more grass. Let's just go put this into this container first. So while I'm doing that, then let's just go and have a quick look. So over here I have got this field which we've seen before. It's taken a little while to sort of grow. It's nearly there, not as quick as I would like. And if we just super run across here and jump this fence as well, we have got this one. Now I said in the previous episode that I wanted to maybe sort out this field. I was thinking of getting this field. Maybe we could sort of stitch the two together and have one big grass field. Now this has got peas in, but I did go ahead and buy it. I'm not sure if that was a good or bad idea, but I thought, well, why not? We can at least harvest the peas. We'll get some money from it. And then I just need to work out if I am going to stitch these two together or not. Is it going to gain us much? I'm not sure. I'm hoping if we can make some good amount of money off the milk. I would like to sort of sell these three little fields and maybe get a bigger field. Maybe that'd be more worth it. So these are the fields I was on about then. So this is the one that I've just said. These are the two I was thinking of stitching together. And this is the normal grass field that we started with. This one I have got. It's got wheat in it at the minute because I need some wheat to get the chickens. Obviously, you can't buy chickens at the minute. I've got no food for them. So I'm going to wait for that wheat field to be ready and we can then feed the chickens straight away. I was thinking about selling these three and maybe getting something like this. Number 43. Any problem is this is 181,000. Now, these do mount up 36, 44. You see, but it's not going to mount up to that. So we're still going to need a lot of money. Is it worth it? Is that well too big for a grass field? I'm not sure. So we can also make some money from the digestate. It's nothing spectacular. We can't retire on it and it's not going to make us a millionaire. But we've got nearly 200,000 litres in here. So it's something. If I go and have a look on my stock checker, it will tell us exactly how much we could get for it. So all that digestate, nearly 200,000 litres, is going to get us just shy of 22 grand. Now, it's still 22 grand. Still a nice chunk of money. But like I said, a lot of digestate, but not much money from it. Is it worth it, or do we use it and spread it on the fields? I'm not sure which is going to be best. So the milk is in the container and we can go and activate now. Like I said, we can do butter, we can do cheese. Chocolate, we're going to need sugar for. That's a whole different ball game, so we'll leave that one. Not really interested at the minute of doing butter and cheese, but this container will do that. Raw milk is what we want to do at the minute, and it is, as you can see, there's no outgoing product for raw milk. It just sells it and we just get a top up in the bank account. How much are we going to get? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it actually tells us how much we can get for raw milk. So it does say on here raw milk, but there's no sell point because obviously there's no actual physical product. It's just sold straight from the container. So I'm not sure how much we're going to get. It's one of them we're just going to have to find out and wait until we go to bed and see what we get. So the wheat field and the peas are fully fertilized. Everything else is fully fertilized on all the fields that we've got on here. The wheat fields back at the main farm, they're okay. But it's these two grass fields that just need a little bit of a sprinkling with some fertilizer. So let's park up this back here. Let's go jump into this tractor and let's go and fertilize these two fields. Does help if you start the engine first. You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like
like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the
All the fields are looking pretty good. Second stage of fertilizer across all of them. Now we need to move on to putting flax in the big field. So my plan is to use my final big field to put some flax in. Now lentils and peas, they're around about the same sort of time you can harvest them. Now, the only problem with the peas and the lentils, we've got a big field of lentils which we did in the previous episode. But when can we harvest them? August. When's the best time to sell them? July. So it's not really going to be helping me. I mean, the field, as you can see here on the left, is looking pretty good. All germinated fine. So we're not going to get much of an income from that because we're going to have to wait a whole nother year. It's really bad sort of planning, that is. Now the game says I can harvest them in August, but the best time to sell them is in July, so that's just typical. So the reason for doing the other big field of flax is because we can put them in now, and literally in a couple of months' time, we can harvest them. And the best time to sell flax? November, December. So that is going to give us a boost of money so we can sit on the lentils and peas for a better time. I'm hoping as well that by that point that the grass fields should be good and we should be able to maybe run them through a few more times and get some more money out of the BGA. That would be quite nice. That's the whole point of the BGA, to see if we can try and get some money out of it. And it's done well so far. It's helped us get a few little bits. But we have got quite a loan to try and pay off. And I'm not going to show you what that loan is anytime soon. It's scary. So let's hook up to this. We'll just drag it out a little bit. Beautiful. Now, 41%. Not much seeds. So I think while I'm here, go see if we can try and put some more in. So if we open them up, and we'll just turn that off because it gets a little bit noisy. What I'm going to do is, instead of going to the store, that's the beauty of this, is I can do the store delivery. So we just set this little delivery ring here on the floor and set it to that point there. We can go into the shop, buy some seeds, and have it delivered right here to the farm. So let's go into big bags. Going to get a big bag and we're going to go straight across because there's so many different things I've got in here. And just after these global liquid transport bags, I've got these modded sacks. So it's the same as the in-game ones. You might have seen on the Somerset, we've been using these. 4,000 litres, 2,700. That seems pretty good to me. And I think for now, I'm just going to get... Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll get a couple. Get a couple of them. Not too bad. 8,000 litres. I think that should be enough. And that's going to get delivered right here in front of me. A delivery cost of $138. Not exactly sure what that is in pounds, but about 100 quid. So we can use these now and fill up straight from here. These bags are great. Now, you can just get the normal ones, which are 1,000 litres per go. But the modded ones just hold a little bit more. And obviously being on PC as well means I can actually pick them up. These bags, because they're modded, don't actually weigh anything. And I love how the bag moves. So we can just go fill up from there. Now, we can lift them in, but there's no need to. If we go jump in the tractor, we should be able to just sort of pull forward. And actually, we might be able to do it. Yeah, we can do it straight from here. So I'll get these filled up. I'll see you over at the field. So I'm going to say this on the video. I have put these here in the shed because I will forget and I will end up buying some more. So I'm counting on you guys to let me know. That's where they are. If I do forget them, shout up and let me know. In the shed. It's going to happen. I am going to forget and I end up going to buy some more. I can see it happening now. I'll be like, oh, I'm sure I had some seed around here. In the shed. Right, let's head to the field. Let's get this done. This is the field in question. Now this this is technically our bestest field on the whole farm. Now, the other fields are good, but this one, we've managed to actually prep properly. So we did the harvest, then I managed to mulch it, fertilized it, and then cultivated it. So this is ready now. It's had all the treatments done to get 100+% yield bonus on it. So everything's ready, as you can see. It's been mulched, fertilized, cultivated. It's perfect. So it's the best way. You've seen, if you look on a previous episode that I've done, it's the best way to get 100% yield bonus on your field. Now, the other fields are good. They've been fertilized and all that kind of stuff, but they've not had all the proper treatment of mulch, cultivated, and all the full works. Now, we've still got stuff to do on here. After this one, we're going to have to roll it, and then we're going to have to fertilize it again. So let's get into it. Let's drop it down. Blacks are selected. Let's just see if we can go round and get some in the ground. Now, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get right to the edge on some of these because the fields are not level, so it's not too bad. But I'm hoping for a good income from this field. Everything's been done to get the best out of it. You can't really get any better than what we've done to this field. So whatever we get off here is the best we're going to get. It's had everything done. Now, it is a little bit jagged around the edges, and I can't see anything now. We are going to miss a little bit there, but, you know, don't worry, we can always come back. It's just not going to someone else's land. I'm not actually sure if it actually plants. I'm not even going to test it, but I'm not sure if it actually plants if we went onto someone else's land. I don't think so. I think you can fertilize across it, but I don't think it would actually plant. So this is going to take a bit of doing, but we can only do it in May. We get a very short window to put flax in the ground. So it's this month, and that's it. So, let's crack on. Let's get it done.
It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you. Drinking courage from my red cup now. I will soon make a move. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking. If it's a shot at love, baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling higher and higher. I'm up on cloud nine. Baby, I adore you. I try to focus on breathing. My heart is skipping a beat. Your lips against the red cup makes me lose my mind completely. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking it's a shot.
So that's the field all complete then. Looking pretty good. A nice purple field full of flax. Now we've got to roll it and hit it with stage 2 fertilizer. Now, I'm not sure if it's something we can do now, or we're going to need to wait until it's germinated. Something we're going to find out together. And the seed went quite a good way. 27% left in here. That's not bad going. So let's get this back to the main farm. Let's go pick up the roller. Let's go and part this up then. So, a little tip that I do, which I have said in previous episodes. In third person, I have it like this kind of driving pattern. And then when I need to reverse, inside, I set the character to look out the back window. So you can drive this way, and then when you get somewhere that you need to reverse, instead of turning the camera around, just jump inside. And it makes it so much easier for like reversing, because you're just reversing as if you were driving backwards, like, as is normal. But instead of having to sort of be in third person out here, spinning the camera around every time, I always just set the inside to looking out the back. Makes it a bit easier. And then you can go put things in here, try not to hit the wall, and we can drop them off. Just makes it so much easier. Give it a try next time. So before we completely leave this then, we'll just get the jet wash out, give it a bit of a blast off. Make sure it's nice and clean. Then we can do some rolling, fertilizing, and that field is all done and dusted, ready in a few months' time when we can harvest it. Nice and clean. Look at that. Beautiful. Quite nice to get this thing out again. Give it a bit of a spin. Although she's looking a little bit worse for wear. Paint's coming off. I think we're okay on repairing. Yeah, 830. 62,000 to repaint it. My word. Where's that going for repaint? 62,000? Yeah, sorry. We're going to have to leave the repainting. Now, just make sure with your combines as well. A little thing you need to check up on is your headers. So, I can't remember. Where did anyone know where I put my header? Oh, yeah. It's in the shed with the seed. So these are the things that you need to keep on top of. You need to make sure that the repair is done on this quite regularly, because if it drops below a certain percentage, you are going to start losing yield. Now, just in case it's something you weren't aware of, don't let it drop. I think it's below, it's either 20 or 40%, like is in damages. That will start losing your yield. So you might have the perfect field. Just make sure you keep on top of your header. The combine doesn't really matter, but the header. As you can see, mine's perfect. Pretty much after every harvest, I always make sure that I repair it. And then the bills aren't too high. Look at this thing. But nice to get this out again. It seems like it's been a while. Oh, yeah. Seed. Seed's there. Remember that? We are going to lose them. I know we are. Now, I would say that the rolling is probably the most trickiest part to do of this. Because let's lower it down. And you'll see that it doesn't really change the field texture much at all. And obviously, you've got to try and go close to the edges. It's quite big. So, trying to see where you've gone is a little bit tricky. Now, the only way to do it is to sort of keep looking back on this menu here to see where the light blue has disappeared. You know that's where you've been then, and you've gone and rolled over that bit. So sometimes it's good maybe to do like a headland around and then maybe set it on a worker, because a worker will know exactly where they've been. You just try and get as close as you can to the edges. Like I said, you are going to miss little bits on the edge. You can't get into every nook and cranny. It's not the end of the world. You can come back if you want to like fine tune some little bits. Like that corner there might have missed a bit. And also be careful going round corners at speed when this thing's in roller mode, because it will slip and slide all over the place. So don't racing around, turning around corners quick, because it will spin it around. So because of having to sort of keep flicking back and forth to the menu to just make sure that I've got everything, I'm going to quickly go around and get this done. And we'll come back and hit it with some fertilizer. And just like that, all the rolling is done. While I was going around doing the rolling, I've been looking at this little section here. It seems a bit of a waste. It's sticking out for no reason at all. And I'm really thinking after this harvest, maybe it's a good idea just to sort of come back and see. We can go straight through here. Take the trees out, sell them, flatten it out, plow it, and, you know, we need to do all that business to it, and then just come straight through. I think that'd be so much better. It really is just a bit of a waste, and just taking a bit of an indent into my field. No reason at all. As you can see on the map here, all the rolling stage is gone, it's done. But it's this little bit just up here. This little section just here, what I'm on about. You see, it'd be just nice to sort of go across there, level it off a little bit, and just gain this bit of field back. I don't really see why the indent is there. So, when we harvest this one and the field's empty, I'll look into doing that. I think it could be quite good, that. We'll see if we can get some wood chips off these. Straight across, cut it out. Beautiful. Right, let's take this back to the yard. Time to fertilize. So let's give this a go and see. I'm not sure if this is going to work at this stage. Or if we look on here, you can see that stage 1's been done. The darker one, as you can just see over here, that's stage 2. But I'm not sure if straight away after rolling if it's going to let us do it. Let's just see. Oh, it does. Now, this makes it a little bit easier. I wasn't sure if we had to wait for it to be, to germinate. But it makes it a little bit easier, this does, because once it's germinated, obviously you've got the start of crops growing. So trying to see where you've been, it makes it a little bit trickier. But this now, see if we can do this without... Oh, I always seem to get that person's field. I need to buy that. Actually, do you know what? Hang on. Hold on a minute. Did I dream this? Did I buy that one? No, I don't own that one. I'm sure I might have said this last time that I keep spraying fertilizer on that field. I might as well buy it. We could literally take out that little bit of grass and have then an even bigger field. Or do we use that as a separate one? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. Do I use that as a separate one? Do I buy that? Actually, how much is that? 124,000. Okay, on second thoughts, we'll hold off on that just for a little bit. Right, let's go around. Let's get this done.
I wasted all my time, I wasted all my nights, I wasted it on someone who's indifferent. He didn't love me right, he told me I was blind, but I never really wanted to listen. You have been here since day one, see my ups and downs, never left my side once, yeah, you stuck around. Who knew it was you? You have been here all along, you have always been the one, yeah, who knew it was you? You have always been the one, the truth.
Just look at the tire marks across that field. That looks good. Fertilizing all done. If we're going to have a look in here, you see now second stage. Perfect. That field is ready. We just got to sit back, get a cold one, and just wait for that to grow. Now, only a few months until we can actually harvest it. So flax grow pretty quick. And also we can get flax straw off it as well. Get a bit of money for that as well. If we look on the calendar, you can see we're here in May now. The blue bar that's going down the screen. Flax, third from the bottom. You can see the little green patch. We just got May. We can squeeze them in. But if you have a look in September, that is when we can actually harvest them. So not long at all. And looking on the prices, you can see December is the best for flax. So September, we can harvest them. We've got to wait a little bit longer and we can sell them for the best price. Definitely worth it. Now, if we look at peas, you can see best price is July. August, plummet badly. Same with lentils. July, good time. August, absolutely plummet. Looking back on the calendar, peas, lentils at the very bottom. You see we did them last month. When can we harvest them? August. When was the best time? July. Game's playing dirty there. It's really playing dirty on us. So for now, that's pretty much everything we can do on the farm today. This field, I am tempted. Not just yet. I mean, it's got nothing in. So do we wait and do we play dirty? Wait till the farmers put something in so we get a crop out of it? I mean, as you can see, it's got nothing at all at the minute. Actually, it does help if I flick across the menu. So basically, the farmer has done nothing to that, as you can see. I've sprayed a little bit of fertilizer on it, but if we go across, it has actually got a crop in it. And it's got canola. We just confirm that by checking and unchecking canola. Ooh, now. So we could wait a little bit. I don't think the farmer's, it doesn't look, well, it's already started to grow. Doesn't look like the farmer's going to put any fertilizer on it at all, which is a bit of a shame. It means it's not going to have the best yield. Maybe we could buy it. It's tempting because if we get that, I think that'll be an ideal grass field. Now, I know it's the other end of the map to where we need the grass, but it would be good. Let's go and have a closer look. So if I just go stand on the edge of the field here and I go and put on my jetpack, we can go take to the skies and have a look. So looking at this then, that's a nice sized field. Imagine that for grass. That would definitely keep us going with silage, that would. Now obviously we don't need to use it as grass all the time. We could just get a cut off it. Put something else in it. But we have got big fields. We've got this one we've just done here. And then we've got the fields across the... Look at that. That tire pattern's ace. Then we've got the big one just across there. Let's go run across. Just across the road here next to the farm. That's got lentils in. So we have got a big field there. So we don't need to worry too much about that. We could keep that as a permanent grass field. What do you think on that idea? But for now, I think that's going to be a good place to end this episode. So let me know in the comments what you think about that field. Should we get that? And should that be a grass field? Maybe we could get rid of the other little ones to help fund that one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.